guys, this is Whoop Ass here with a video with Undecember to show off the Toxic Flame skill. This skill right here is gonna take you through the game completely, and it's gonna help you clear everything. So from episode 1 all the way to end game basically. So I'm here, I'm already doing Chaos Dungeons. That's end game basically, getting higher level gear, and I just started basically getting better gear. Um, as you can tell, I am not that high rank, and I don't have the best gear possible. But I am trying to min max on what I need for the Toxic Flame. So here, let me show you what I got on my build, and just show you guys, recommend you guys what to put on, and just show you the actual base for the actual Toxic Flame. So to help you improve your Toxic Flame to make a lot more damage and just run through content easily. Alright, so here we go. So this is what I'm running. So the first thing you want to do is try to 6-star your Toxic Flame. I'm going to show you how to do that in a little bit. You just need materials basically. So you have to grind. You have to grind a little bit, and you do get some stones for your first logins for a couple weeks, and then after that, you'll be able to accumulate and buy some of the resources, and I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, so right now we're gonna focus on Toxic Flame, and this is your main DPS basically. So this is the one. This is the skill that you want all the way up, as high as you can possibly get it. Okay. And these are your supports. These are your links. You want your poison penetration. You're gonna get the extra poison damage, and the penetration is really it just helps those dots to land a lot faster. Instead of sometimes you might shoot once, you might get 2 dots out of that. So that's what it's good for. You got your poison damage, and then additional poison damage. It's just poison damage. So just focus on poison damage and elemental damage, and your build is gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be brutal. You're gonna be hitting things one-shotting things. You're gonna see 1 dot and just destroying them. Okay, you might not even see 2 dots. You go for multi-shot. Multi-shot does not. It does say right here. I'll show you right now. It does say it dampens the damage, but it doesn't, because you do have projectiles. It does say projectiles, but these projectiles don't actually do an initial damage. Okay, so your damage comes from pure DOT, damage over time. So 1 hit of your projectile damage is going to put 5 dots on the enemy instantly. Okay, you don't have to shoot multiple times, just once. If you do shoot multiple times, it will stack. The damage will stack. The damage will stack. Let me see. I can't tell you how much it stacks by. It does stack. Like if you hit 5 stacks, you're gonna see an immense damage increase on your dots, and everything's just gonna completely melt, especially bosses. So don't worry about, you can definitely use multi-shot. Multi-shot, it's not, it says dampening here, but it does not hurt your damage at all, because your projectiles, your initial projectiles, are not really hitting anything. You're basically just putting dots instantly. So you hit them, you add the dots, and that's it. So the projectile damage, don't even worry about projectile damage. This is just to spread your poison. This is what you want, because you have a big old cone. Instead of like a small cone forward, you're gonna have a big half a moon going out, and you're hitting things like on the side, like your side views. You know what I mean? So it's great. It's great. It clears out ads extremely fast. You can just move along, hit the ads once, and just run and keep on hitting ads and keep on going. And don't worry about it. They will die. No problem. Here, and then you're gonna add the dot. This will increase your dot amplification, and your dot percentage as well. So more damage, and it is going to amplify your dots. Basically, your dots are going to tick faster. So you know what that means. The faster they tick, the more damage you do. Okay, so this is what you want. Okay, so always go for a dot amplification, dot, and elemental damage and poison damage if you can, all the way around. Okay, so this is your elemental damage amplification, and this is what you want. You want elemental damage and, elemental damage and poison damage. Okay, so this is your main focus. Cast speed, yeah, it does help a little bit too, but you do have skills that will help you with that. So you're gonna use release element. This is gonna bring your cast speed up. Is gonna your speed's gonna go up by 20%. You're gonna see that big ramp up. You're gonna be able to apply a couple stacks instantly, and you're going to see that damage boost go up dramatically as well. And also it brings the elemental damage up as well, and it's just a great, this is a must. Basically you have to have this on your build, and you're going to see everything just absolutely die. This one's a little bit hard to get. You get this one afterwards by synthesizing them, besides synthesizing a couple of ruins. um, but initially, you won't be able to get this. You might get lucky and just get it right at the beginning, right at the get go, which is absolutely amazing. And this will give you 80. Well, the more you go, the higher it goes. An elemental damage increase and a DOT rate increase is absolutely absurd. This thing right here will you'll see your damage go up dramatically with this as well too. Um, for poison, for bosses, this is basically only for bosses. The poison area, you really don't want to use it. It's a little bit of short range. It's not really uh, shoot from far and die. I mean, you can, but this will definitely help against bosses. If you throw this poison area on the right next to the boss, and then just go back and apply your dots, you're gonna see a massive increase on your dots as well. It plus it adds dots as well, and it will increase your poison from your flame. Okay, so great addition. You don't have to throw this all the time. Just basically for elites, for yellow elites and blue elites, and it will definitely help them melt them really quick. Okay, so I'm using a couple defensive ruins skills as well. This one I don't use it that much right now because I don't have the how do you say it, the activated on hit. So basically, I'm waiting for a specific skill ruin that I will get hit. As soon as I get hit, this will activate automatically. So once I get that, then I'll link it to this skill right here, and I don't even have to touch it. I can put it on my back bar and just let it cast by itself. Okay, so it's one of those that you just can let go once you have it set up completely, and it will help you in the long run. It helps you with armor and elemental resistance, so it gives you a lot of elemental resistance, and it will help you through a lot of content for sure. And then you have your basic teleport. Then you have the teleport to move around, make sure you don't get hit, caught by the enemy, and your leap attack. Your leap attack doesn't have do not share the same cooldown, so that's why you use these two, because you can run out of one, go to the next one if you need to keep avoiding damage. Okay, so this is very important to have these two. You don't have to run them, but I die a lot less now that I have them both, because I can leap. I have two charges here, and then once I'm done here, I have two more charges that I can keep on going. And by the time I'm done, I might have one more charge here again. So it really helps. And you want to use the use count just to give you the extra charge. It definitely helps. And the disarm, which will dramatically reduce the cooldown on it as well. And then I do use enduring pain. I don't see a lot of people using this, but I think this is a really good defensive skill to use. It is a red skill, but it definitely helps you out dramatically as well. You gain 5 plus 5 armor per stack, and you can stack up 20 times. So basically, every time you get hit, you gain a stack. So you go up all the way up to 20 stacks, and that stays on you constantly. It's not like it goes away. So your armor stays up. You only turn it on once. Okay, this skill you only turn it on once, and then you just play. You know what I mean? You get hit by a couple projectiles here and there. And by the time you know, you have a 20 stack of armor, and then that equals to 100 armor plus 100 armor, which is really good, really good. Um, you don't have to worry about the physical damage here. You're really not. You really don't have any physical damage. The only reason you have this is basically just to get armor. So when you're getting hit, you're not dying instantly. You know what I mean? So you are pretty weak going around. So it's definitely a plus. It doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? This is how I have it here set up here. I have my auto. These two right here, I just cast them, and I don't have to worry about them. Yeah, I can just go back to my main bar. And this one says I don't have the auto on this one yet. I do have to go back, and sometimes if I see myself that the boss is gonna throw a big AOE, I come here and pop and just click on the skill, activate it, and make sure I got that little extra resistance. That way the boss doesn't one shot me. And then I come back to my rotation over here. I basically use these only here. So amplification, this is for the boss, and this is just basically the one you're using constantly. Just spray and go, spray and go. So that's basically it on that. I do recommend using the exact same ruins on the poison area. Same exact ruins as you have on Toxic Flame. If not, you can probably change it up a little bit, however you feel like. I did add the extra charge in this one because it gives me an extra. It has 2 stacks and it has a little bit long cooldown, so that little extra really helps out if you get into trouble. You can just lay it down there. If you have a bunch of enemy coming behind you, you can always lay it down, keep on walking, and keep spreading poison, and then you see them just completely disappear. Especially there's some super tanky characters out there. So that's basically my build. I am going to show you right now what type of damage input you can get out of this build right here. Let me go ahead and go straight to the dummies, waypoint, and we're just going to go to the training ground so I can show you what kind of damage Toxic Flame is capable of. And keep in mind, I am not 100% geared up yet. So once I gear up properly with more elemental damage and poison damage and dot rate and all that stuff, I'm going to be doing some insane damage. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put the whole group here, okay, just to show you the full potential, like when you have full groups, and then I'll show you the potential on solo DPS, so the single target DPS, okay. So we're gonna start here. So we're gonna go to our back row and just activate those two. See, those turn on, those are blue, those are always gonna stay on. These skills right here, they're always gonna stay on, and this is the only skill that you have to manually turn it on. So that's my back bar, and all I have to do is come back to my main, and I don't have to worry about it. Here's your shield, here's your element amplification, and it just rock and roll, baby. Okay, so let me show you what I got, and we're gonna hit start, and here we go. So you see that poison that I'm putting on the ground is the area damage, and you're gonna see the DPS go up. I'm gonna drop it, and you can see the increase on those dummies. I'm hitting 120 and 100, 121,000 ticks. Right now, my basic 5 stack. Like if I stop hitting right now, you can see my stack still going. Right. The only reason I keep shooting is to make sure that my 5 stacks will keep staying up there. You can see a countdown on the top, and as soon as you drop. You can see the massive increase on damage. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So as you can see right now, I'm hitting about 1.7 million almost 1.8. And if I drop my 1.7, 1.76, yeah. So 1.76 million DPS, 105 million damage on those right there. Um, my average DPS for my Toxic Flame is it's 107,000. 107,000 per strike. Average damage per second, I'm getting 1,607,000 damage on per second. So this ticks 60 times. This equals this. Okay, so that tells you right there how much damage this thing is capable of. And the faster they tick, the more damage they do, the more damage over time that you're gonna make, the more damage per second you're gonna produce. So keep that in mind. Go for pure elemental damage, poison damage, amplification, dot amplification, and you're gonna see this build just completely annihilate the monster. In fact, let me show you real quick what we can do in an actual combat. Okay, so bear with me. Let's head back to the Chaos Dungeon. And here we go. Let's just walk over there. I normally just click and let my character walk. I mean, sometimes I'm lazy. One of those things. Let me see. I got those. I can do a try. Let me see. So, excuse me. Let me just put one of these cards in there, just for show. Activate max, and this is not my highest card, but it's still, the bosses they hit pretty hard, and they do have a lot of life. So I'm just going to show you what kind of damage you can do with this real quick. So here we go. Look at that, one tick, one hit. You see that? 67,000. One hit, everything's gone. Everything's gone. Okay, so that's the potential of this build. All you have to do is just shoot and go, and everything's gone. I mean, there's nothing I need to do. I have my pet looting for me. I don't have to go back for anything. So I really do recommend getting that pet. You can earn shards by selling stuff on the market and get yourself that pet for 7 days. So worth it. So worth it. Saw those blues, they just disappeared. They just disappeared. And so one stack, that's one stack right there. 54,000, one stack. Now, wait so we can get some higher extra characters to have a little higher health. So this is where I drop my. See the 100,000, 100 and something K. They just disappear. 149 right there on that one. That's how fast it is. I really can't tell you how OP this skill is. There's nothing that compares to it. Yeah, there's flame, there's ice crystals and all that stuff, but they don't hit as hard. It's just the ticks on this is just amazing, and it pierces everything. So it's not just hitting this target in front of me; it's hitting everything in the back. Like I can walk with this and hit targets as I go. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Look, those are the blues. They're gone. Two hits. That's it. So that tells you right there how fast, how much the damage. So the damage potential on this is, and I don't even have this build maxed out yet. And so it's one of those things. So this is where your teleport really comes handy. You can just jump over these characters or just teleport. You know what I mean? You're never gonna get trapped. Sometimes they get you cornered, and you have to basically jump out of there or teleport. If you don't have any charges on your teleport, you will die. If you don't have charges on, so that's why it's good to have two, because it really helps out on the escape route. You know what I mean? Especially if you're fighting a boss, they have a lot of AOE's and constantly changing patterns, and you really have to move out of the way. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to, but it's definitely highly recommended to put them both on. So let's see, we're almost done with this dungeon. Look how fast I'm going. And I'm basically not even concentrating really. I should have gone a little. I normally have a speed potion constantly going, and I'm going a little bit. I was going a little bit fast, just hitting things and running. Let me get this. Make sure I get everybody here, so I can get that loot. So there we go. Get that loot here. You can get a lot of gold, a lot of resources. I normally clear all of it out. Um, but the fastest way to do it is just basically finish it. Once you're done, once you get your summoning abyss, just go to your summoning abyss, and you get your boss. The boss is the one that gives you the most XP. If you are lacking material, I do recommend to finish out the map, clear everything out, because you might be missing out. Look how fast that boss just disappeared, guys. That's the potential. That's the potential, and I definitely recommend this build for you guys. This is all I got. Thanks for watching, and if you did like what I provided you today, please give a like and subscribe. And thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.